Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am aTone. This is aTone Tarot. What's up, Scorpio? We're here to discuss love today. We will be looking at past, present, and future, as well as the challenges that you're facing in love. And I will close your message out with a no contact read. So I'll pull a few cards to find out what someone who you are not speaking to right now, Scorpio, would like to say or what they got going on. So without further ado, let's get up into this message. If you could, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate that. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly, Scorpio. Take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else who might need it. So let's go ahead and get up in this message. I'll pull a few cards from the tarot to get into your past, present, and future message, as well as taking a look at that challenge. Then I'll close you out with that no contact read, pulling from my Tangled Love deck. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's up with my Scorpios as it relates to love? I don't do cards that fall on the floor, but I will shuffle it back in to see if it comes back out. All right, Scorpio, let's get up into this message. So as it relates to the past, you receive the Page of Coins, the Queen of Cups in reverse, and the King of Wands in the reverse. So as it relates to a past love or situation that was going on, you and a particular significant other just were not compatible, and you learned a lesson by way of disregarding your intuitive sense or that gut feeling that was telling you this ain't gonna work. You knew, it seemed, Scorpio, at the onset of this relationship that there was a strong possibility that you and this person would probably not make it because you just weren't compatible. And going down that path in that relationship, it seemed to bring out the worst in both of you. Yeah, with this King of Wands in reverse and this Queen of Cups in reverse, my Scorpios were giving somebody back what they were giving them. So if they were giving you the cold shoulder, you gave it back. If there was cheating, you cheated back. If there was fussing, fighting, arguing, you gave it back. So much so to the point that you guys kind of just faded apart and separated, maybe naturally, because you just didn't want to deal with the arguing, the way this person made you feel. They brought out the worst in you with this spread as it relates to the past. So that is for some of you. I'm also picking up on two individuals who couldn't get on the same page as it relates to a child. So because the child's upbringing or how you wanted to rear and raise that child was not aligned, it caused major issues in your partnership with this person. So it might have been the parent of the child, but it could have been that this was a step parent. Like, you didn't like how this person behaved with your child. I don't think this child is both of you guys' child. So Scorpio, this is your child, and it would have been a stepchild to whoever you were dealing with. And it could have been that you realized that this child and that your significant other did not get along. There were some issues with the child as it relates to love in the past. So that is your past message. As it relates to the present, you receive the Devil, the Five of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So in the current situation, there seems to be maybe some disconnect in conversation. I'm really picking up on a Scorpio who's leaving a lot of things unsaid. You're allowing people to believe what they want. You're not correcting very much. People who are trying to date you currently, Scorpio, they don't know where you sit. They're asking you a lot of questions. They're offering you love, but you're kind of like, I'm kind of busy right now, but we can talk. You're not telling them no, but you're not telling them yes either, with this Devil being here. This is like the devil's in the details. If I don't say it, let them figure it out and fill in the gaps and do whatever they do. I'm picking up in the present situation for this Scorpio, you're leaving the space open for whomever you're dating to believe whatever they want. Right now, it could be that my Scorpio has more than one individual on their line, and maybe these two individuals are not aware of each other, but it's a possibility that the two people that you're dating are aware that there is someone else. But it's one of those things where, I talked to somebody else, but you don't go into the details. And it might be that one of these relationships or partnerships is more important to you or has more weight than the other, and you're not really divulging to maybe either party where you stand in this situation. You're playing the middle, right? And you're leaving your options very open in the current situation, because your challenge is the Seven of Cups, and you might be a little confused. You may not necessarily trust your decision making as it relates to romance right now, Scorpio. So you don't want to make any sweeping decisions in love. You don't want to be definitive with anyone. So it's very ambiguous with you right now as it relates to anyone who is trying to get next to you, Scorpio. You're leaving it wide open, and there might be still some residual things that you have to take care of with this child, considering the last and past situation. You're really focused on your family and making sure your children are good and they were not negatively impacted by the previous situation. So as it relates to the future, you receive the Death card, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. So something is cut off. I don't know if those two individuals that you were interacting with find out about each other and someone just says, screw it, you need to make a decision, Scorpio, and let me know what it's going to be. Is it going to be me, or is it going to be the other person? And someone really becomes disruptive with this Tower being here, forcing your hand almost to make a decision. And you may cut both of the individuals off because you recognize that it's just a burden. You don't have the energy, the time, or the space to entertain love, is what I'm picking up on, Scorpio. You just decide to say, you know what, forget it. And you throw the baby out with the bathwater. So it becomes too daunting because you have so many other aspirations going on that take center stage with you. Love doesn't seem to be, it's important to you, but your money and your longevity and legacy in this life is of the utmost importance. So if anyone is interfering with the progression or the elevation of that, then they gotta go, right? So don't be alarmed by the tower, because towers don't happen to you, they happen for you. There's a clearing coming. You're going to clear the deck. And maybe, like I said, just say, I'm not going to deal with either party, because the burden and the amount of emotional lending or availability that you have to bring to the table becomes too much. Yeah, so that is your message, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your no contact situation. Those who are not, you're not in contact with, you might have blocked them, you're on a break. Let's see what's going on with them. And if you haven't done so already, please go ahead, smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe for your girl. I am running a special, if you will. If you go to TikTok, find me on TikTok and follow me on TikTok, as well as subscribe to the channel, I will provide a free reading for you. So reach out to me via email, send me a screenshot proving that you're my follower on both platforms, and I'll hook you up. Let's see, for my Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, the no contact situation. All right, so you got a few cards. Yeah. All right, Scorpio, you got right place, right time, lessons learned, soul contract, growing together, controversy, and broken mirror. So as it relates to your no contact message, I am picking up on maybe a marriage that was dissolved. You two got a divorce. And while you did divorce, there was love there. There's regret about not currently being married. You learned a valuable lesson, especially with those pages being present in your tarot spread. That page of coins is echoing a lesson learned, both on your part as well as your past partner's part. They've learned quite a bit since not being in a relationship with you. They wish they could still grow together with you. This is a significant person because you have soul contract. So again, you two may have children together, and it could be that situation I spoke of in reference to not being able to get on the same page around a child. But your past situation broke down in reference to a child. Children were definitely involved, and children were a big part of the reason why you said, I can't do this anymore. While it may not have been the only reason, the children were the deciding factor. It was the stamp that said, you know what, this is it. My children are more important. I have to move on. This is not working. This is not healthy for them. So despite how you might have felt, or the other person and how they felt, you put your feelings aside, you considered your children, and you moved on, right? And this person really wish that they had another opportunity, because with controversy being here, again, remember I said that child might not have been both of you guys' child. So if there was an issue with the child, I don't know, someone could have made an accusation about inappropriate behavior. I hope that's not the case, Scorpio, but it seems like maybe someone was behaving inappropriately with a child or in a way that you were not comfortable with. It could have been corporal punishment, like this person believes in corporal punishment, beating their child, and you don't, and you two couldn't get on the same page about that. But lessons being learned and learning how to operate from a more healthy place has happened with this person. But that doesn't mean that your relationship or partnership with this person will reconvene, right? It's like that time is past, is almost what I'm picking up on from my Scorpios. But they have learned, they are growing, and they wish that they could continue to grow with you, because you got lessons learned here 3 times. You got lessons learned here, you got lessons learned in growing together, and you have lessons in the broken mirrors. So a lesson was very much at the center of this partnership, and I'm sure my Scorpios are very wise as it relates to love. So the decisions that you're making around love now, you are very, very, what's the word, particular. You're not rushing into anything, and you have completely changed your mindset as it relates to how you approach the opposite sex in a partnership with anyone you want in your life. So that is your message, Scorpio. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.